Alicedale is a small town in the Eastern Cape of South Africa within the Sarah Baartman District Municipality, located approximately 101 kilometers from Gqeberha. It was established as a railway junction between Johannesburg and Port Elizabeth. As of the 2011 census, Alicedale was home to approximately 3,872 African, coloured, Indian, Asian, and white residents. The primary languages are isiXhosa, Afrikaans, and English. Employment opportunities are limited, and the town's economy has historically been tied to the railway industry. Alicedale benefits from tourism due to its proximity to game reserves and the Addo Elephant Park. The Smart Energy Solutions Africa Living Lab is a converted shipping container with batteries connected to solar panels, an office providing internet access and printing services, and to micromobility electric vehicles transporting people and goods. This living lab has created employment and provides valuable services to residents. It also highlights the benefits of renewable energy and e-mobility both environmentally and financially.
So we are a team of 5 members, including myself, which is the center manager. Then we have Veroshka, who is the center supervisor. We have the 2 drivers, who is Siyabonga and Stefan. And then we have Crosswind, who's more on the technical side of things. So we start at 7 o'clock in the morning. The drivers start to pick the kids up at 7 o'clock and then drop them obviously off at school, at care. Once that is done, then they start to transport the old people to the clinic. How that works is that the old people write their names down at care so that we have more or less a number of how many people we're going to drive, and then drop them off at the clinic. After that, pick them up again and drop them off at home. In the afternoon, they pick up the school kids again and the crèche kids and drop them off in town. That's our day for the drivers. For Veroshka, she's more on the administration side of things, in terms of handling the admin part, doing CVs, copies, doing some laminating for the community, and then Crosswind look after the wear and tear of vehicles and report that any issues on the vehicle. So that's basically the day's work. Since the inception date in April or in 2024, this was obviously very much new to all of us in the community. So I think it's important to understand that we didn't know what to expect when we got into this project. So I think the main challenges was obviously the roads, for one. We didn't know if it was going to be suitable for the EVs or not suitable. I think that's point number 1. Point number 2, I think a lot of young people was very much inquisitive to learn about the EVs. And so there was a lot of questions that came from young people specifically. In 2024, we had a learnership for 4 of our youth to do some installations for solar that goes hand in hand with the center itself. And so we've done a year of training for youngsters, and we've tried to, after the year training, we paid them a stipend, obviously not a lot, but just improve their lives and to learn them a new skill. So that's some of the changes that happened late in 2024 into 2025. And so we tried to see what other opportunities there is to improve the center. So let me start by saying that we are more or less about 5,000 people in Alicedale. It's very much rural in terms of rural, but I mean is that not much of development is in this area. So the EV vehicles is something new for the community. We also have a problem obviously with transportation in this community. So I'm thinking that how they benefited, especially winter times for the kids that's going to school. So we're trying to make that difference, so uYilo's trying to make that difference to compensate them, getting to school, dropping them off again. In summer times it's very hot in this area, so when the sun is up, especially after 2, it's quite hot. So dropping the kids as well again at home helps quite a lot. The old people that can't walk, that has difficulties to walk, it's a big benefit for them because now we have at least a suitable way of transporting them from the clinic to crèche and vice versa. I think for one, weather does play a big role, big part for the EV. So on rainy days, it's quite challenging to drive in the rain. And I think if that could be one of the improvements and should be carried on to improve vehicles in terms of more rain friendly, that could be very much helpful because I think that was one of the main challenges, obviously, for the vehicles driving in the rain. Also, I think the clearance of the vehicles are quite good, but I think we should try and align the vehicles much more, or not build it, but align the chassis or to the conditions of Alicedale. Should we make it a little bit higher? It's something that we can think about.
Oh, welcome to our organization, Alicedale. Ndinguphumla Gojela. I'm the director of the organization. I'm a social worker by profession. I started Alicedale. I'm the founder of the organization because there was nothing here at Alicedale until I was approached by the community to come and start something for them. Because initially I started with the bursary when I was in PE, working in PE, and then tried bursaries for Alicedale students. And then I also managed to start a bakery for women. And then they wanted me to come back and extend the services because at that time there was no work. Most people were the breadwinners of Alicedale were retrenched from former railway, and then there was no one working. Then I came back and I started this organization in 1998. But before I started with the projects, I made a research. It was then I discovered that there's a need, a great need for children because they were just roaming around the streets, not going to crèche, not going to schools. And then I started by that. And moreover, there was that pandemic, which was scaring everybody, HIV. And some of the kids were coming from that background. And they were not, the parents here didn't want those children to attend the school together with their children who are clean, who are not infected. So I started to accept those that are HIV positive and those that are vulnerable. It started in 1999, the project. Currently, we've got 38 children. We accommodate children from 0 up to 5 years. And we've got 3 teachers that are working directly with children, although we are assisting each other. You know, the project improved our activities a lot because we've got community food gardens, specifically for the parents and the clients that are sick, because we always link a child with a parent. So if there's a challenge at home, it affects a child definitely. So because parents are unemployed and there's a high rate of poverty, so we train them to make backyard food gardening project so that they can buy everything. So we visit those food gardens. When there was no vehicle here, there was no micro vehicle, we used to go by ourselves and visit the houses. And that day, we won't do anything when we are back because we are tired. We are talking about 24 community food gardens here. On the side of children, we were affected by weather. If it's too hot, children are not coming the way they are supposed to come at school. If it's raining, they are not coming. So with this vehicle, we know that every child will be at school except the sick child. And they are crazy to be on these vehicles they don't even want to get down when they are here. They want to be on the vehicle all the time. They cry when we take them out of the vehicle. So it makes things very easy for us. Okay, with the project that joined us here at Care Alicedale, we really appreciate. We really appreciate because at least there is a little bit of improvement. Like with electricity, we don't buy electricity that much, although we need more panels that can boost us more. And again, with the micro vehicles, it will be better, or it was going to be better if these vehicles were not covered by the cloth, maybe covered by something strong like zinc or I don't know, because those zip, they are getting damaged soon because we open and close and open and close. And another thing, if we can get another vehicle, because when these vehicles are having a fault and then taken to PE, we are struggling. We are really struggling because people now are used to them. So we have to answer from them when they are questioning us, when are the cars are coming back. Meanwhile, we also don't know. If we can have at least two from them, it will make a difference, a great one. Okay, I've got a message which I think it affects me. I want first to say thank you to whoever thought of Care Alicedale when this project was researching about the area where they can put it. So I'm very grateful to that one who thought about us. And again, if it was for me, I wish I can change or put a little bit of funding for the staff that is working with children, because we've got a challenge of training them. We train people coming from the community with no skill at all, and then we train them, we send them to trainings on how to teach children and do all. When people are qualified, they leave us because we don't have money to pay them. Even now, we've got new people that are supposed to go to training. There are 3, but all of them, they are new. They don't know anything. So we have to be there and there training them, showing them how to do things. Thank you.
NginguEunice noNtuthuzelo Menze surname. Apha imeko yelaa xesha sikhula apha yayirayithi, kakungekho bunzima. Kwakukho abelungu, imisebenzi emininzi yesiporo, belungu baqhuba iitreyini apha kuzela apha etawuni, saphangela. Siklina izindlu zabo, sigcine abantwana, kungekho bunzima. Ngoku ubunzima sizobufumana kule lokishi, ngoba ngoko sasihlala kwilokisi endala. Yonke into ngoko kwakutshiphu. Besifumana namgubo, sak womgubo, ii-100, cheap. Ngoku kule lokishi kunzima, akuphangelwa. Belungu abasekho apha bemka. Sasixutha ngoko kudala, sixutha. Ngoku yonke into iduru. Thenga loo nto iphele imali shota, besiba nento yonke siphangela thina apha ezantsi. Le lokishi sangena ngo-69 kule lokishi, 1969. Kanti ke sikhula phaa ezantsi, yonke into ide sidibene ilokishi inye namakhaladi, sibanye. Sizokohlukana ke amakhaladi abe ngapha, amaXhosa abe ngapha. Kunzima ngoku. ngoba kaloku abantwana bethu bayafunda, befunda nje. Isikolo salapha siphela phaa ku-10 qha. Bahambe ke ngoku bapasa u-10 bafumana isikolo. Banangoku ndinaye umzukulwana wam oko kwakule nyaka kuphela efuna isikolo. Ngakasifumani savakhle nangoku. Kunzima. Asinayo kaloku esinye isikolo thina esifana neeyunivesithi njengasema-Hilltown apha. Nethi siphela ku-10 isikolo apho umntana apase. Bapasa kakuhle ukufa but abafumani sikolo. Bantwana bethu aba. Bahleli nathi. Akho msebenzi, bazawuphangela phi? Sinewari bahleli nathi. Thina sitya indoda, siphila indoda ngoku. Hayi yonke into endosiphaka bona. Phangeli. Le moto siyayincoma irayithi. But kodwa xa kunethayo, kuthi rain kakhulu, siyayoyika. Sihlale ingathi i-week for indlela, uyabona? Ukuba ke mhlawumbi beninayo enye indlela nditsho sisayincoma yimilenze yethu. Ninokwenza bheterana mhlawumbi kubekho iimoto ezibukhomba rarha ngolu hlobo ke. Singavuya ke, hayi kodwa ke asigxeki, asinamilenze thina. Imilenze yethu siyayithanda. Xa kunetha soyika. Kuba lokuyathi. Yabona?
Let me introduce myself. I'm Gositandile Ndlanjeni. I'm staying here in Alicedale. I'm born here. I'm working on a security company, which is called it uSnqobile there by the station. I'm here today to say thanks to Green Solar's Academy, the way that he built for our community to give us free life, free roll, since there's a rate of unemployed is too high here in Alicedale. So we appreciate whatever you guys are doing to us. I said thanks to you. We appreciate that. Thank you. Okokuqala sibulela into enye singabahlali base-Alicedale. Bekukude ukusuka etown xa kuthiwa call of function lapha etown, like meetings whatsoever. So sinabantu abakhulu aba-disabled abakwazi into benenzayo into yoba nozoshopisha apha etown, nabathi bagule into enzekayo into yoba bafunisa into yoba siwe ezikliniki, into enzekayo into yoba ibe luncedo ngolo hlobo. Nabantwana, abantwana abancinci into yoba into enza ugqibela lobusa umntana esikolweni kuthiwa akabuyanga, at least ikwaluncedo because baba make sure ukuthi bambeka in front of finance indlu yakho.
Roshka Keister, ek is aangestel as 'n supervisor van die Solar Center. En my rol as supervisor van die center is ek moet seker maak dat die security van die center, die hek is gesluit, die operation van die center, ek doen die accounting, ek doen die boeke van die center. Ek moet seker maak dat die boeke van die center elke maand balance. Ek moet selfs die sales, die verkope van die container moet ek ook na kyk en so aan. Wat ons doen as 'n span is ons run 'n internet cafe en dit is 'n baie goeie impact wat dit het op ons gemeenskap, want dit is die enigste internet cafe in Alicedale waar die community help met CV's, daai tipe goede alles. En dan baie van hulle is nie so familiar met technology nie en ons as 'n groep is hierso om especially die ou mense soos daai, ons help hulle baie om soos kopies, fotokopies en so en dan is dit nou die EV's, dit is 'n baie groot help vir Alicedale as 'n underdeveloped town. Want ons het baie ou mense in Alicedale en daar is wanneer ons wakker is, dis Transrivier, dis baie ver want Sesa en dan is dit easy pace mense kom dorp toe en dan moet hulle sukkel om uit die lokasie uit te loop dorp toe en die EV's is 'n baie goeie impact op die community want dit help ons ou mense verskriklik baie. Ons was niet als interns, ons het nie regtig geweet wat om te doen of hoe nie. En met tyd het die projek verbeter, want ons het opleiding gekry, ons was geleer hoe om wat te doen, hoe om te werk by die internetcafé en soos die e-vehicles het gekom en dit was, eerst was het mos nou vir die kriekskinders, maar hulle het dit oopgemaak vir die community en hy het ook 'n groot impact gemaak om het oop te maak vir die community as well. So ja, dit het verbeter en in 'n goeie manier. Wat ek sal voorstel is, soos julle self kan sien, is die container baie klein, is baie knap. So ons kan nie veel mense op een tyd help nie. Ons moet hulle 1, 2 help, die ander sê gaan en kom maar weer die tyd of soos hy. So as hy miskien soos nog 'n stukkie containertjie of so net om bietjie space te kan gee vir ons, om meer mense te kan accommodate. En dan is dit die EV's, as ons at least nog een van die, soos die melk kan kry wat passengers ry, sal dit regtig waar baie goed wees vir ons gemeenskap. Daar's niks anders wat ek wil sê nie. Al wat ek sal regtig vra is, ek is 'n vroumens, ek sal asseblief net vra dat die mense van die projek wat betrokke is met die projek net inkyk in die situasie om asseblief 'n toilet op te sit vir ons.
Goeiedag, mijn naam is Cross Evans, ik ben Koba. Ik werk bij Green Solar Center. Ons helpt de community met onze internetcafé services. En het heeft een baie goede impact op die community. Heilig, het het baie verander van voor die karretjies hier was of voor die container hier was, het ons baie gesukkel. Dan moet ons aan naar iemand toe hardloop om onze CV's te maken, of ons moet naar iemand toe gaan en sê die ene misschien sy is besig of so die container toe hulle die ding hier opkom sit en dan ons die internetcafé opgemaak toe kan ons sien as beter vordering in Alicedale van almal is happy, hulle kan na 'n plek toe kom soos die om gebruik te kan maak van onze services wat ons hier so offer en so aan. Het baie verander van as ek moet sê ek gebruik 'n kar soos hy om te ry hier op, hulle vra my miskien R40 om die boon die lokasie te kry, waar ek kan die EV gebruik wat die petrol ingooi en ek gooi niks in hom in nie, dan gebruik ek die EV liewer vir R10 as die karretjie wat ek moet petrol ingooi om vir R40 om te gebruik. So die EV's is baie groot hulp vir ons hierso. En especially vir ons, die wat ook hier werk, dan kan ek gewoon my lunches gaan kry en so aan. Vir my is dat, ek het ook gesê, as ons niet nog een van die EV karretjies, soos die 4-wiel ene, as ons nog een so karretjie nog kry van sometimes as ons mense op en af ry en dan kom staan ek by uSafe en dan staan daar nog mense, is te crowded vir die een karretjie en die mense is bang om op die 3-wiel te ry, want hulle is unstable en sê hulle ons moet vra vir nog so 4-wiel karretjie, so ek van my kant af sal ek sê, as ons nog so karretjie moet kry, het sal baie helpvol is vir ons hier so in Alicedale en especially, soos ek sê, vir die ou mense, om nou, want sometimes is daar meetings in die dorpen, dan moet hulle vergaderings, van bo afloop uit die lokasie uit tot in die dorpen, so die EV's is 'n baie goeie hulp vir hulle, as ons hulle kan gaan haal bo in die lokasie, R10 is affordable, om maar af te bring en om maar terug te vat, is R20 so. Die EV's is 'n groot hulp, ek sal nie sê hulle moet weggaan op Alicedale.
Igama lami Siyabonga Sam, ndihlala apha eAlicedale and ndingudrayiva wenantsika weMelex and ndinantsika i-Alexa and then ndiyavolontiya apha uYilo. Nditransporta abantu apha eAlicedale, ndithutha abantwana beKristu nabesikolo, ndibase esikolweni kusasa late ndibagoduse, njalo ngakwam. Umohluko, improvement eyenzileyo lezi nantsika ezimoto apha eAlicedale zizise umohluko kakhulu ebahlalini na-even nabantwana besikolo. And no-green solar uyanceda kakhulu apha e-Alicedale kakhulu ngendaba ye-internet nezinye izinto no-email because zinqabile iindawo ezinjalo apha e-Alicedale.